Sales Insight Shorties. Brought to you by Fused.
Why a small group of stakeholders kill 24% of your deals. Your reps are celebrating sure thing deals, forecasting with confidence, and then watching months of work die because some random person they've never met says no. Here's what Tom, an enterprise sales manager, told us. My rep spent 6 months building the perfect relationship. The champion loved us. Procurement approved the budget. Then some IT guy we didn't even know existed nuked the whole deal in a 10-minute meeting. My rep was devastated, said it felt like getting sucker punched. Sound familiar? Your team is getting emotionally invested in deals they never actually controlled because you're letting them build single relationships in 6 to 11 person. Most sales professionals assume champion relationships ensure deal success because that's what traditional sales training teaches every week. Here's what actually happens in modern B2B purchases. While your rep is building one champion relationship, 5 to 10 other stakeholders are evaluating solutions, forming opinions, and building consensus without your input. For example, your champion loves the solution and promises to sell it internally, but the technical buyer has integration concerns, the financial buyer has budget timing issues, and the user buyer has adoption worries. Your champion becomes a messenger instead of an advocate because they don't understand these concerns. Here's the coordination gap. Sales focuses on champions, customer success knows implementation challenges, and executives have strategic context. But there's no systematic approach for coordinating across all decision makers during the buying process. Teams missing this coordination see 15 to 24% lower win rates and 35 to 60% no decision outcomes when consensus breaks down. Here's what revenue teams that solve this actually do. They map and engage the real decision-making ecosystem instead of hoping champions sell internally. When Lisa's team at a software company faced this same problem, here's what they did. Instead of relying on their champion to handle internal selling, they systematically identified all stakeholders and addressed each person's specific concerns directly. For example, when they discovered the technical buyer had integration worries the champion never mentioned, they scheduled a 15-minute technical conversation that addressed those concerns immediately. When they found the financial buyer needed different ROI justification, they provided that perspective directly instead of hoping the champion would translate it correctly. Teams implementing this multi-stakeholder approach typically see 25 to 38% higher win rates and 20 to 35% better expansion outcomes. Why does this work when champion-only strategies stall? While competitors hope their champion sells internally, these teams build direct organizational consensus across the actual decision-making ecosystem. Here's exactly how to implement this, starting with your next deal. First, ask your champion 3 discovery questions. Who else will be affected by this implementation? Who has budget approval authority? And who could stop this decision? These questions reveal 80% of hidden stakeholders immediately. Second, create a simple stakeholder map with 4 categories: economic buyer, budget authority, technical buyer, implementation requirements, user buyer, daily usage, and coach, your internal advocate. Map each discovered stakeholder into one category to understand their decision influence. Third, schedule one 15-minute conversation with your highest influence unmapped stakeholder using this approach. I want to ensure our solution addresses your specific success criteria. What would need to happen for this implementation to be considered successful from your perspective? For example, when Enterprise Corp discovered their champion was only one of 8 stakeholders, they mapped the others and found the technical buyer had major integration concerns their champion never mentioned. One 20-minute conversation addressing those concerns moved their stalled 6-month deal to signature in 3 weeks. This works because you're building organizational consensus across the actual decision-making group rather than hoping your champion navigates complex internal politics successfully. Test this stakeholder mapping approach on your next big deal and comment how many hidden stakeholders you discovered. What's the biggest stakeholder surprise you've encountered in deals? Share it in the comments. Let's solve it together. Want to discuss how this applies to your specific deal situations? Link in bio for a direct conversation.